podcasts, and I am from Charleston, and that's about all you need. I'm just kidding. I am finding that I'm saying, just kidding, like maybe too much during sex. Some feedback I've gotten. Love how that squeaks. I was thinking recently that the sex position cowgirl, have you guys heard of it? Great. It's not the most accurately named sex position, and I have some notes. If they didn't want to change it up, I think inverted horse is maybe a little more accurate. Thank you. When the lady flips around, I do feel strongly that that should be called mane and tail. Because that's what the horse sees. Thank you. This is really good. I think if I had to describe my physique to someone, I would say that I look just like a 2018 Toyota Corolla IN. In that I've seen some miles. No one's going out of their way to say like, oh, what a shitty car, you know? And the I am, as we all know, was the hatchback model. So the rear end is just like completely flat, which makes backing it up a breeze. That's my ass for you. I'm a parent. Any parents in the room? Great. Everyone else, I need you guys to be real brave with me and shout out what you think would be the most embarrassing thing that could happen to you while you're giving birth. It's a safe space. It's okay. What do you think could be the worst thing that could happen?
Orgasm.
You shit yourself.
Two very different answers. I don't think I've ever known any person going into a situation being like, oh, I hope I don't orgasm. That would suck. No, but shitting yourself, you hear that a lot. I'm here to tell you that's not the most embarrassing thing. I've had 3 babies. I've only shit myself once. Pretty good record. I've had water births every time, so three children born into the water. The one time I shit myself, I was astonished by how prepared they were. There was a person in the room who, I guess their whole job was just to hold this little aquarium fish net. And she just came over and she scooped it up and she took it to the bathroom and it was solid, thank God. That could have been real bad. Yeah. The most embarrassing thing that can happen to you during birth is when you're getting stitched up afterwards and the midwife, who's just been there for the most emotional thing that's ever happened and currently has her face in your vulva, says out loud to the room, I can't do this, there's too much hair. They do not warn you about that one. They say, don't worry, you might shit, that's fine. They don't say, we will body hair shave the fuck out of you. Yeah. Like, I don't know anyone who's ever watched something that miraculous. Like, someone saw a magician pull a rabbit out of the hat, and they were like, I don't know though, the hat was pretty hairy. Still a fucking rabbit. This most recent birth, I just had a baby 4 months ago. You can the most recent birth I did go and get sugared. Do you guys know about sugaring? Great. It's like waxing, but with like hot candy. Not a joke, that's what it is. You can Google it later. So they do all the thing, they pull all the hair out, and I was just like, this way they won't bitch when I walk in there and they have to stitch my hairy puss back up, I guess. And it was the worst thing that's ever happened. I don't recommend it. But the app was that I looked it on was like, do you want to leave a review? And I was like, yeah, sure. It was the worst, but fine. And submitted the review, and then it said, do you want to leave a photo? So I left a picture, and you know how hard it is to get a good picture of something you can't quite see? It's like a big belly. And the picture, it was not great. She is currently out of business, so if you were wanting to get sugared by summer, I think she died. I do do feel partially responsible for that. I recently decided to quit my job that paid me money, not to do this, I'm not good enough for that, you guys can see that, but to be a stay-at-home MILF. Thank you. I really appreciate that. My husband, he liked the Toyota Corolla. He likes the headlights on that car, just really oversized, so it worked out well for him. He got the IM model. He doesn't like it. He's a truck guy. Does that mean he's gay? I've never said that loud before. Oh God. I'm from Kentucky. You've heard of it? Not many of you? Did you guys all go to public school here in North Carolina? We'll pull up a map after the show. You just come see me back there. It's one of the 50. Not a great place to grow up, but all of the stereotypes are true. And I want to let you know, I'm not trying to brag, but you are looking at the hot cousin in my family. Thank you. Yeah. Had several an encounter with a cousin. My dad's brother's son, so my cousin, several times asked me to be his girlfriend, and I would say no because that's illegal and gross. And then the one time he touched my butt, I didn't like it. I don't know what he thought. Like I was just the kind of girl who was gonna like fuck my cousin without being married first. That's not how I roll. And he didn't want to wait until the age of consent, which in Kentucky is 14, so that just kind of fizzled. And then in middle school, I was dating a guy. It was like the cute little middle school romance where you go to the spring fling together. And one weekend he said, I'm going to my great aunt's birthday party this weekend. And I said, well, that's neat. My great aunt has a birthday party this weekend. And it was because we were cousins. And he didn't seem to think that was too big of a deal. Yeah. So in an act of rebellion, I, from that point on, swore off white guys, and I dated every Asian guy in my hometown. Both Asian guys. Yeah, and I married one of them. I just needed to be sure. Yeah. And it really, honestly, I think if they stop and think about it, like, that was like a coin toss. It was going to be one of them. I just had to get out of that town, so I went with the one who was great enough where his mom was making him become an engineer. Thank you. You guys having a good night tonight? You guys happy? Great. I'm glad you're happy. Goodness gracious. I think that I don't want to brag to you guys too much tonight, but I did, technically, go to high school twice. The first time was in utero. Yes, this is what happens when you let a teen pregnancy go to term. If you needed a stronger argument for a woman's right to choose, there could be a lot less of this. Thank you. First time around in high school, I was voted most likely to seriously derail some summer plans. I was a prankster. I'm part of the reason why my mom dropped out of high school. Thanks. She had to go to the bathroom. She had to pee. She was pregnant, and it was high school, and her teacher was a dick about it and was like, no, you can't go to the bathroom, pregnant teen, because that's what teachers do, I guess. And so she stood up, and she pissed, and then she walked out. And strangely enough, that apparently is a hereditary stress response. So please don't be mean to me. Thank you guys. I'll leave you with this. We only have a few people who've had babies in the room here. I'll let you know something that was really said to me by a nurse. She said, the positions that you use to get pregnant are some of the best positions to be in to get the baby out. She really said that to me. But then they won't let you hang the swing out in the room. Or they won't let you drink at all. I mean, that's and then you can't even bring not even 3 more guys in the room. I don't know how she thinks I got pregnant, but obviously we didn't have the same bird and several bees conversation. I'm going to go ahead and get our host back up here. Thank you guys so much for coming out. This has been wonderful.